Man, man. When I tell you God real, God is real. God is real. In every walk, I'm still speechless because this testimony I got for y'all today, man, just happened. Like freshly happened. Like right now, right now, right now. And so I'm still feeling it. Like I'm still overwhelmed with just how real God is and just how much He show up for His, right? Um, so down in East Texas, like I told y'all literally on the video yesterday. Hey, what's going on, YouTube family? It is 11/18, February 2nd, 2025. And when I tell you the grind don't stop, the grind does not stop. And I still gotta wake up tomorrow and head down to East Texas so I can go check in on my PO. And for those who don't understand that or don't know what that means, I got a video on that. I'll make sure I drop that because even in the midst of everything we're doing, I still got to make sure I take care of past actions because at the end of the day, we're not going to make no excuses. Whether we agree with it or not, if it's our responsibility, we're going to handle it. So I still got to drive down there tomorrow and take care of that and deal with that situation. But with that being said, and this what happen when you're consistent, man. Like when you're consistent and when you're moving and when you're doing what God tell you to do, like you just start seeing how, how His, when He say, your footsteps are already ordered, man. God, continue to order my footsteps. I'm gonna continue to follow. Continue to order my footsteps, and I'm going to continue to follow because I'm seeing you work. Even when I don't understand, even when I lack understanding, I'm seeing you work. Man, listen. Like I told y'all when I first had to start going out to East Texas in that video. Hey, what's going on, YouTube family? So, definitely had to come on here today. As you can see, I am in Smith County. Again, I am in Smith County. And that's really what I want to talk about today, man. It's real simple. In 2025, challenges, struggles, crises are inevitable. They're going to happen. Period. Right? That I'm not going to allow this situation of me being on papers and me dealing with a racist system that don't want you to win. I'm not going to allow that to deter me or to distract me or to detour me from what I'm supposed to be doing. In fact, I'm going to do the exact opposite. I'm going to use this opportunity. I'm going to use this moment to step up and to level up even harder, to grind even harder, to double down even harder. You know what I'm saying? And not to be humble, and meaning I'm not folding to nobody, no circumstances that's not with God. I'm going to proudly, I'm going to confidently walk over all enemies in every aspect of my life with a smile. With a smile. So look, bro. Like, just came from East Texas and coming down here, I thought I had my card on me to get gas, right? Well, for one, let me back up. I thought I was supposed to be down here to meet with my PO at 11. I was supposed to meet with him at 10. And we already know how that go. But because I've been doing every single thing, like when I first told him, when he first gave me the first call, you're not going to have no problems with me. Everything that y'all need me to do, I'm going to do it ahead of time. Okay? Even if y'all give me the wrong information, it don't matter. First it was, hey, you need to do 4 hours of a life skill class. Did the 4 hours. After I did that, somebody else told me that. Then he ended up telling me, no, it's not 4, it's actually 8. So you can't, the 4 that you did don't even count. So now you got to do another 8 hours. No problem. Didn't trip, didn't complain, didn't argue. Done. Right? Everything they need done. Drug test, done. Making sure I'm not done. Like everything good. You're not going to have no problems with me. I'm a businessman first. You're not going to have no problem with me. My whole goal is to make sure I get from up under y'all's control so I can get back. But really, I'm not even under y'all control. Let me make sure I change that. But, based off of making when you're on papers, you definitely got to do what they tell you to do. However, I'm still under God, man. You know what I'm saying? Like God lead me. I don't even worry about all these other distractions. I just make sure I do my part and handle my responsibilities. But I'm saying all that because this is most definitely going to be one of them rants too. So the ones who this for. Because this definitely one of them rants. This is my testimony today. So y'all going to have to bear with me or y'all can go ahead, you know what I'm saying, and skip the video. Because what I'm speaking on today, like what transpired today, is for those who lost, man. For those who think that they out here just walking, even though y'all know y'all walking in the right directions, even though y'all know y'all moving how y'all supposed to be moving, even though y'all know God told y'all to move this way and to go this way, you go in this direction, but you still don't see no lights. You still don't see no city. You still don't see no signs. The only thing you have is faith. And like I continue saying in these videos, I don't care who you are. You cannot tell me, I'm not going to believe you. You cannot tell me that you believe if you're not walking by faith. In terms of your vision, if you say you believe, then if you're not preparing for it, what you've already seen, you can't convince me that you believe in your vision that God has given you. For example, if you know for a fact that you're supposed to be starting that salon, or that you're gonna have that salon, if you're not preparing for what God said that He has in store for you, you cannot tell me that. That's not saying it's not gonna be hard. That's not saying it's not gonna be challenging. That's not saying you're not gonna be confused at time. That's not saying you're not gonna be questioning at time. All of the above is gonna happen and more. This emotional roller coaster, I'm not spared from it. I'm going through all of it as we speak. But keep walking, because what I did was came down. I'm supposed to be here at 10. I thought it was 11, so I'm already late. He called me when I'm on the highway. Hey, what's going on, sir? Hey, and everything fine? Well, you know you're supposed to be here at 10. I thought I was supposed to be here at 11, and I'm actually like 40 minutes out right now. But it takes me about an hour and 45 minutes to get down there, for one. And so whenever they say I got to meet with them, it's an hour and 45 I got to drive, right? So he called me, and I really don't even be using this. I use burp beads, but you know what I'm saying? Right now, I need to get some more burp beads, so I'm not going to let my lips go without. So that's why I'm using this right now, just for anybody curious, right? But he called me, and he like, nah, my time show 10. I said, well, my apologies. It was misinformation somewhere. However, I am en route. He said, no problem. He said, when you get here, hopefully you get here in enough time, because I do have an 11 o'clock. So if you get here within enough time, then I'll be able to see you, and then I can get to my 11. However, if the 11's already here, then I have to naturally go in order. I'm like, dang, bro. So that means I'm gonna have to sit around here and wait 2, 3 hours, 4 hours. I'm like, dang, bro. For whenever he ready to get to me, whenever he can get to me. I said, no problem. I'm en route. So I just kept going. I didn't start speeding. I didn't change nothing. I kept going. I got there probably around, when I tell y'all, man, like 10:57, 10:58. So I probably checked in at like 11 o'clock on the dot. I'm hoping that whoever's supposed to be there at 11, that they're late. Because if they haven't checked in yet, that means I can go. You dig what I'm saying? So went in, checked in, but when I tell y'all within 3 minutes, 4 minutes, he came out, hey, Mr. Bunner, come on. Bad. So talk to him, boom, 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 handle that, all is good, boom, 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 we good. So now, back on the road, about to head back to the city, right? Head back to Dallas. Now, I brought that up because, mind you, when I left out today, I thought that I had the right card on me. Meaning like just debit card, right? I thought I had the right card on me. And when I come to get gas, because now I'm about to head back, and I only had a half a tank coming down, so I'm just about to, top it off a little bit. I'll probably still had about a quarter left. So I was about to top it off a little bit just in case it's traffic when I'm on 20 or whatever, right? Just making sure I'm being, being wise, right? Responsible. So I get to the pump 20, matter of fact, and I'm going to show y'all exactly what I'm talking. Man, look, bro, I can't make this up. Can't make this up. Pump 20, matter of fact, and you see it right there. Pump 20, matter of fact. You know what I'm saying? That's why I just moved from out the way. That way, somebody else can be able to get that, but y'all can be able to hear this story. So again, I pulled in a pump 20. I tried to use the card and it wasn't working. So I'm like, come on, bro, like, what's going on? So I tried to figure, I said, maybe it's the pump. So I went inside, boom. Went inside, hey man, I'm trying to get 20 on 20. Hey, put that on there. Hey, still wasn't filling up. Hey, let me get 20 on 20. You dig what I'm saying? So boom, tried to get 20 on 20. They like, nah, it ain't working. Dang, bro. So anybody who know me know I'm solution oriented. So whenever there's a problem, I don't even give myself time to think about any negative. I just try to solve it. Let me tell you how God had to check me today. Because every problem not meant for us to solve. And it's me talking to myself too. Every problem is not meant for you to solve. Myself included. So I'm over here. I'm doing everything that's needed. Okay, dang, I'm trying to figure out, okay, do I got Google Pay on here? I do got Google Pay. Okay, my card right here. However, it's asking for my security code. I don't know my security code. So I can't even use my Google Pay because that's all they needed from me. Don't have that information. Okay, bad. Do I got another card? Have I took a picture somewhere, any way, shape, or form? Do I got any type of identity on me that I could be able to put in so I could be able to use my phone? I don't have a card, so let me at least try to use my Google Wallet. That's how my brain was. Solution oriented. Boom. Didn't do that. I bet. Dang. Hey, let me call my sister because she got a card too. Let me see if she can go ahead and throw me that card. I can just cash out her, Zelle her the money, Hey, she give me the card. I can put that in. That way I can use it for my Google Wallet. We try that. That ain't working. So damn, boom. So now I'm just trying to figure out. Okay, I don't ask people for help. So I'm just calling people who I rock with. So I tried to call my sister. My sister didn't answer. I mean, me and my sister couldn't get it to work because she gave it to me, but I would have had to log out of my app altogether, then sign back in. It was just too much stuff. So I looked at how far it took me to get back home, and it's 93 miles before I get back to the city. And I looked at what my tank was, and it was 53 miles, right? I said, okay. So I was looking at my wallet, and I realized that it was a $5 that I've been keeping in there for I don't know how long. A $5 bill. It's been in there. I just ain't touched it. It's been in there for I don't know how long. I said, God, hey, if it's meant, then this $5 gonna have to stretch. You know what I'm saying? So I was telling my sister even before, I said, don't worry about it. I ain't want her to stress. So I said, don't worry about it. So boom. I went in there. By this time, it's been time going. So I've been at the pump probably about 15, 20 minutes, 25 minutes trying to figure out a solution. Still ain't stressing, still ain't angry, just trying to figure out a solution. Hey, life go on. So went in there, hey, gave that 5. So I went out there and I started pumping gas. Man, when I tell y'all, I went back out to pump 20, and right next to pump 20 is pump 19. And I'm looking at it as we speak, man. It's pump 19. When I tell y'all that there was this guy in a truck, in a trailer, out there, got his country music playing. Hey, he wanted me, you know what I'm saying? Old school cat, you know, got his country music playing. You could tell he one of them original cowboys. You dig what I'm talking about? Like an original cowboy that's been here, you know. So he one of them original cowboys, and I'm seeing him, you know, got his country music playing. He chilling, man. Hey, got his cowboy hat on, got his boots on. He thugging. He probably had to be probably around 65, I would say, 70 maybe. And so I'm pumping gas. He right next to me. Hey, he chilling. He doing all that. You know, he chilling. Hey, and he was like, hey, what's up, young buck? I'm like, hey, what's going on? Hey, so we just started. I said, man, I'm good, man. How about yourself? You know, just respect. Again, how are you? Who are you? What's your character like? What is your character like? Do people feel like they can speak to you? Is your aura open? Is your aura open to be spoken to? That's another part that I learned from this whole situation. My aura was open to be spoken to, regardless of what happened, because I was not allowing my current situation to affect my character. He didn't know what I was just going through. He didn't know what I was dealing with. He didn't know what my struggle was at that moment, because it don't matter. That should not determine my character. That should not determine how people perceive me in that moment. That should not make me go from being approachable to not being approachable. Come on, bro. These are bars. These are bars. So I'm saying that to say that my aura was still approachable. He spoke. We just started talking, man. And then he was like, he started talking about something. And then he said, so I said, man, I'm happy to be here. He said, hey, man. He's like, how old are you? I said, I'm 33. Because as y'all know, I just turned 33. And he was like, hey, man, listen. If I can give you this little chain, man, I give you this little 50 cent worth of change. You know, old school stuff. I give you this little 50 cent worth of change. You give me your 33. I said, nah. I say, honestly, I said, hey, I'm praying I get to where you at. You know, just joking, but being so for real. I said, I'm praying I get to where you at. I said, where you at is a blessing. You've already seen 33s. I have not seen where you at yet, right? And then that's when the conversation started changing. That's when he's like, man, you know what? He said, let me tell you. And he started telling me his whole story. Long story short, man, he started telling me about how he from Arkansas, right? That's the first play. That's how I know God working, because I'm from Arkansas. Y'all seen the videos, right? Come on. But now I was just saying, man, like, it's always a good feeling when you come home, you know. And for me, home for me look like Arkansas, right? And that's why consistency is important, because you don't have to like try to make people believe. Like, they can go look at the videos. So this story that I'm telling y'all right now, the videos prove it. I don't have to make it up. I'm just documenting, just letting y'all know what's happening. So he said he's from Arkansas. Then he came down to Dallas. He's like, yeah, man, my mom, that was one of the worst mistakes my mom's made. She took me from Arkansas to Dallas, and she left my pops and took me to Dallas. You know, boom, boom. And he started, going through his stuff, and he's like, hey, man, like, he took me from my pops, got, 200, he had 200 some acres in Arkansas. Come on now. Arkansas. Mom took him from Arkansas to Dallas. Okay. His pops, my mom took me from Arkansas to Dallas to try to get me closer to my pops. My pops just wasn't prepared. He wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? But she did what she had to do. So she took me from Arkansas to Dallas. Same as his story. It's country life, man. And more than that, this is family. Like this is where I was created. And I'm not talking about literally. You know what I'm saying? I was made in Dallas, but in terms of what brought, like what raised me, like what my character is built off of, it's this: my ethics, my character, my morals. He's like, hey, now my pops had 200 acres in Arkansas. Y'all seen the story? We got 88 acres in Arkansas, right? And to know that all the work that he put in back then was to be able to leave behind 80 acres of land. Every single thing that you see me pointing at, every single thing that you can see within this camera, is ours. Nobody can take that from us. It's ours. It's the family's true legacy. And what's beautiful about that is this: that once you know that you own something, you start moving different. Once you know that it's yours, you start moving different. So I'm looking at God working in real time as I'm talking. I said, okay, I was supposed to be here. So we talking, boom, 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 boom. And so then he was like, yeah, man, hey, so my whole thing, I just like wanted to make sure I took care of that land. Hey, long story short, his mama know that was the worst mistake she made. She left his daddy, whatever. But his daddy stayed in the picture. Then his daddy ended up passing, you know. And so he went back because he wanted to make sure he can be able to take care of that land. Keep his father's business going. That's a boy. Who is your father? And what's his business? And are you keeping that going, right? BEPTH. You dig what I'm saying? On this. And the importance of this. And what I've learned about this. And what my forefathers have went through for us to be able to attain this. And what I'm going to do to ensure that I take advantage of this. And not take this for granted. But he wanted to make sure he can keep his father's business going. So he went back. Long story short, people out there sold the land. And I was telling him, I was like, hey, man, I said, nah, that's crazy. I'm from Arkansas. You know, he's like, what part? I said, Conway. Yeah, we got 88 acres out there. And that's when he started telling him about this land stuff. He said, hey, man, listen. He said, when I went back to take care of my pop's land, my auntie, the one who used to hold me, used to feed me, used to pinch my cheeks, kiss me on my head, like, she took all that land. She sold it. She kept 5 acres for herself and sold the rest. So it was the L he had to take. So he came back down here. He said he didn't got married, you know, once, twice, 3 times. And once and twice, third time he thought he was gonna get married. He said he was working the whole time. And he said, like, once his pops died, you know, and his mom died, like, he was out here trying to figure himself out, trying to find his way. Because the only thing he wanted to do was go back and take care of his father's land. And once he realized that they sold that because of probate, he said, remember that word, probate. He said they was able to take that land and he couldn't do nothing about it. And that crushed him. And he said he had to find himself for some years. And he said eventually he ended up getting with another female and he would work with her and he do metal. So even before he had a trailer, which he has now, he just had an old truck. And he do metal, pick up metal and sell it. He said, man, listen, I asked her one day, do you believe in me? And she was like, man, take me home. The woman is the encourager. That's important. Why? Because that means that we're supposed to be able to come to you, ladies. And we're supposed to be able to give you the vision that God gave to us. And you're supposed to encourage us to be able to make it towards that vision, to go towards that vision, to strive towards that vision. But in 2025, what normally happens? You discourage us. You're supposed to be doing what? God told you to do what? How God say you a king, but you can't even afford to do this right now? How God say you a king, but you still driving around in this right now? How God say you a king, but look what we living at, king? How God say you're a king, but we still having to eat on the very, very minimum, king? That's our problem. That's our problems. Encourage us. Most of the time, my girls be our biggest ops. Okay. So he just kept, he didn't pay no mind. Well, he paid the mind, but he didn't pay her no mind. So he kept hustling. And in the midst of him doing all of that, what he was doing was trying to acquire land. So he ended up finding 5 acres for $4,000 out here in East Texas. Hey, man, he's like, hey, what you gonna charge me for that? $4,500. All I got right now is $500 in my pocket. I can give you that. Just give me something to be able to make it home. He said, nah, hey, he said, give me $300. You keep $200, and then just pay me when you can. Boom. He just kept doing that. He ended up finding another 7 acres. Then he ended up finding 66 acres. And then he ended up doing that from the person he was talking to that don't believe in his vision. Her family, they have land. And that's the thing. Everybody not gonna see your vision. They don't have to. Sometimes God gonna put people in your life for other individuals to come into your life that see your vision. So it might not even be the person that directly is attached to you. That's a bar, man. That's a bar. But he was saying that, so he ended up, slowly but surely started, and then he found 66 acres. And over time, he watered that relationship for about 4 years, 5 years, driving from Dallas down here because he wanted that land. What they were trying to do was make sure he wasn't just somebody coming from the city trying to take over that land and then trying to put some commercial stuff on it. He wanted somebody who really was serious about the land. They wanted to see what his vision was, what his intent was. He proved himself. And when he proved himself, he ended up getting that. And they said, okay, hey, we want 45,000. He said, man, he had 15,000 at that time. He said, man, I got 15,000. He said the same thing. He said, hey, I'll give you that. Let me just keep some so I can make it back home. They said, now I tell you what, you give us 12. You keep the rest and then pay us when you can. Long story short, man, that brother sat there and told me, he said, man, today, he said, I was doing all that the whole time. And he said, so now years went by and I asked her the same question again. I said, do you believe in me? And she was like, man, take me home. He said, at that point, I realized it. And so she left him, ended up leaving him. She ended up marrying somebody else. And what he was doing that whole time, he said, man, look, he said, I have over 1,000 acres now. He said, I own over 1,000 acres now. Man, come on, bro. And he said, I do this farming stuff. Can't nobody tell me about this farming stuff. He said, I do this. He said, I got a man to take care of my acres. I pay him 15 a month. He said, I herd cattle. I got hundreds of cows. I do hay. He said, I really do this. He said, I do this. I said, man, you know what's crazy? I said, I've been looking for individuals in Dallas to make sure that I could be able to know how to tame my land. And y'all got a video on that I showed y'all too. Because as I was coming back today from visiting with my guy, bro, before he went back to school, I seen somebody driving a tractor on some land. And so naturally knowing me, now I was with my mom and I was like, hey man, I need to figure out, hey, I found the address, you know what I'm saying? I figured out the address and I was gonna just go back on my own time. And she was like, you want me to turn around? I like, bet. You know what I'm saying? So she turned back around because she know me. She turned back around and I hopped out real quick. You know what I'm saying? She hit the lights. I hopped out real quick and I went to go talk to bro who was on the tractor. And I simply asked him, I said, hey man, listen, I need to learn how to be able to fix land. I need to learn how to tame land. I don't care what I got to do. If you could show me, if you could teach me, if I need to come out here and work with y'all, I just want to know how to tame the land. I just want to know how to be able to make sure I intentionally know what I'm doing with this land, because and every single person I've been talking to has been saying that they don't have it right now, or they don't have no work, or they don't want to, like, blowing me out. Cool. I said, so me sitting here talking to you right now, that's how I know I'm supposed to be talking with you, because everything that you've said, like, is me. Like, I'm looking at a me. I am looking at a me. If I keep hustling, keep staying focused, I'm seeing what dedication do. I'm seeing what motivation do. I'm seeing what discipline do, what vision does. Knowing who you are and having self-identity. Like, I'm seeing that. I'm seeing it. Keeping God first, I'm seeing it. I said, man, he said, go my card. He said, whatever you need. You do podcasts, you do videos. He said, I'm there. He said, and I'm gonna introduce you to some of my other friends that do this in real life. In real life. He said, I got you. He said, keep doing what you're doing. We was just talking. I said, yeah, me and my brother, hey man, even though he went through a stroke and I'm dealing with this probation stuff, like, you know, he said, hey, man, he went through a stroke. I said, we still hustling, we still getting it, we still grinding, ain't no excuses. He said, but I got y'all. He said, I'm gonna teach y'all everything we know. Man, when I tell y'all this, all I've been looking for this entire time is somebody who can give me the wisdom on how to be able to make sure I can be able to keep this land and save this land and tame this land and grow this land and cultivate this land. Man, look, bro, man, look, and none of that would have happened had I not dealt with a racist system that would have me on probation, having to drive an hour and a half out here to East Texas. It would not have happened had I made it at 10 o'clock instead of 11 like I was supposed to, or like I thought I was supposed to. It would not happen had I, instead of hitting the highway, chose to stop and get gas. Because I wanted to make sure I was being responsible, and if there was traffic, that, you know, I wasn't on the side of the road just looking stupid. It would not have happened had I had the right card. It would not have happened if I was not on pump 20. This would not have happened if I had to, you know, try to figure out a solution for 20 to 25 minutes because I was dealing with a challenge that I couldn't overcome at the time. That would not have happened if, because of this situation, I allowed for my aura to be affected, my energy to be affected, my character to be affected, because I wouldn't have been approachable. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. And none of this would happen if I was not uploading these videos every single day, letting y'all know that I'm doing the best I can on my end to be able to transcend with intention, intentionally, and keeping God first, and knowing who I am and whose I am and what my vision is, and making sure I go for it. So man, when I tell y'all, man, look, I don't care who you are, keep God first. I'm telling you, stay focused, stay committed, know who you are and whose you are, have self-identity. Make sure that you understand that. And all these police coming around me right now, I ain't gonna lie, being in this city, hey, this is the same, hey, let's sit town I got these tickets from, but I'm still cool, we good, God got me, but I'm still watching though. You dig what I'm saying? This real life. But staying focused and knowing that as long as God gave me this vision, I'm gonna see it through. But keep your energy right, keep your energy protected. Watch who you have around you. You're not letting anybody around you that's gonna mess your energy up. I don't care how good they look, I don't care how much money they might have, I don't care, how famous they may be. I don't care about none of that. Keep your energy protected, because you do not want to miss the opportunities that you need, and you don't want to miss the opportunities you can be for others. Man, listen, that man got 1,000-some acres now. You know I'm about to tap in. Like, you know I'm about to tap in. Hey, God, I thank you. Like, I thank you. I thank you. And I'm gonna let y'all go, man. Hey, but I just wanted to make sure I came on here while it happened, in this exact moment. And be able to give y'all my testimony and be able to thank God for this, because that's how I know I'm walking in the right direction. And I'm gonna keep walking in that direction. And I'm not detouring. I'm not slowing down. I'm not gonna get detoured for nobody, get distracted for nobody. Nobody, person, place, or thing. I'm staying focused. So God, I hear you. I thank you. I thank you. Thank you. Hey man, it's been yours truly, John Trey. And we gone. And me coming back one more time. And on top of that, that $5 I told y'all I had, and I told y'all I had 56 miles left and $5, and it was gonna be 96 miles to get back to the city. And when I tell you I put $5 in my tank, and look what it is. Look where we sitting at. 130 miles. All God was telling me was, hey, John Trey, you can't fix everything, bro. Everything is not meant for you to solve in that moment. Sometimes you just gotta sit here and you gotta let life take its course. Even in the midnight hour. Even in the midnight hour. Even in the midnight hour. You gotta sit back and let God take his course. This was our God today. I had nothing to do with it. I was just walking in the direction he told me to walk in. He did everything else.